connector seamlessly manages and tracks the hierarchical relationships between SolidWorks parts, assemblies, and drawings, along with any associated bills of materials. This allows for easy searching, review, and utilization of your SolidWorks documents and related part items within the Aras Innovator system, such as attaching them to an ECO workflow as shown here. Moving over to SolidWorks, you can access the main connector functions from right within the SolidWorks user interface, utilizing either the drop-down or ribbon menus. Selecting Retrieve brings up the search screen, optimized for locating SolidWorks files stored in the Aras Innovator Vault. As I scroll through the search results, I can use the thumbnail images to quickly locate the ones I'm interested in. I'll select the assembly drawing and display it using the connector's hierarchy viewer. This main window shows a list of documents to be retrieved in both hierarchical and sortable list format. This right-hand window shows specific attribute information about the selected file, including where used and previous version listings. Down below, this pane shows related information such as associated drawings or externally referenced files. Finally, I can select specific items from the hierarchy and use the right mouse button context menu to choose specific operations for the files, such as checking them out or just retrieving a read-only copy of the file. Selecting the Retrieve button completes the operation and delivers the files from the vault to my local work folder, along with optionally opening them into my current SolidWorks session. I'll open the top-level assembly model, and selecting the existing rear cover part and using the SolidWorks Replace Components command, I'll swap in the new cover design. Let's see how the connector facilitates design data reuse by allowing me to easily locate and utilize SolidWorks files previously stored in the vault. So this time, instead of selecting the SolidWorks Replace Components command, I'll select Replace from the Connector menu. This automatically brings up the connector search window, and I'll do a search on any SolidWorks files with prop in the name. Using the thumbnails, I can easily spot this new 4-blade design, and selecting it and completing the operation automatically retrieves it from the vault and swaps it into my assembly for the existing 2-blade prop. I'd like to now utilize one of our existing retaining nuts for my new prop, so I'll choose Insert from the connector menu, which again places me in the connector search window. This time I'll search on a partial part number, select this component, and now completing the operation allows me to drag and drop the part from this preview window right into my assembly. As you can see, this part has several configurations that I can choose from. So I'll select this size, and then I'll add a couple mates to complete the placement in my assembly. I'll complete my design changes by better securing the new rear cover with some standard machine screws. I have SolidWorks Toolbox installed, so I'll use its browser to select the appropriate size screw, and then use Toolbox drag and drop and Smart Fastener capabilities to insert the first instance of the screw into one of the new cover's existing holes, and then pattern it to fill the remaining holes. Now that I've completed my assigned task as the SolidWorks designer, I need to check in the new version of the design. I'll begin by issuing the register command, opening this window which shows a list view of all of the parts contained in this current assembly. To assign part numbers, simply select the parts from the list, and you can search for existing part numbers, enter them manually, or have them automatically assigned by mapping from SolidWorks custom properties, or utilizing the sequence generator to automatically assign the next available sequential number. Selecting the retaining nut, we see the connector also recognizes all of its existing configurations which have already been stored into Aras Innovator and assigned unique part numbers and individual BOM part items for each. Completing the register operation, the connector now prompts me if I would like to store the physical CAD documents into the vault. I'll choose yes, and now this displays the hierarchy view, the same one we saw when retrieving the files from the vault. Clicking on the List View tab allows me to sort by any column, such as Operation. This allows me to quickly see which items are being checked in as new revisions, which items are ignored by the connector because they've not been changed, and which items are being saved for the first time in Innovator. You can also see that the connector can differentiate between normal SolidWorks part files, toolbox components, and design library files. Clicking the Store button completes the operation and returns me to the SolidWorks session. And I'm prompted one last time if I would like to optionally update the bill of material hierarchy for this design. This view displays a structured list of the items comprising the bill of materials, and selecting an item displays the CAD model and drawings associated with it. That completes the SolidWorks design update task, so I'll go back to the standard Aras Innovator web client view and show how the updated design information and all related items are now available to any users that have the appropriate permissions. Going back to my in-basket, I'll open the original ECO process. Clicking on the new bill of materials shows me up-to-the-minute information about it, including a list of all its component parts. I can view this in a more readable format by displaying a custom report, such as a multi-level indented BOM. For a comparison view, I can use the built-in structure browser, where I can compare this version of the bill of materials with any other BOM or a previous version of this one, as you see displayed here. Note that the connector has automatically created relationships between the CAD documents and related part items, and it's also tracking and updating the relationship between their specific versions.